Well, that's
There it is.
crazy.
It's there now.
All right.
I wonder when it stopped, because I think it was recording when you were doing the.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I wonder if it turned off while you were doing the YouTube video.
Oh, might have. Yeah, boy, oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, so you'll have me muted for a while here. But basically, we're over here. We've created our, where we're actually going to run the application out of it at some point. Now we've got our parent object or our super object here. And the difference being is this is usually the top of the rung here, where a parent would just be, it's just one step up from a child, okay? That's just the scenario there. We came up with some things that we believe our vehicles, and again, our vehicles, we know they're going to be either cars, trucks, vans, something like that. We're not going to worry about motorcycles, bicycles, and those types of things. So hopefully that'll bring our video or our sound back to about where we are, and then you didn't have to listen to me that much. Okay, so now we need a constructor, basically. And again, the rule for constructor is we're just going to make it public, and it has to be named the same thing as the classes. And there you go. So we got that. And we need, oh, I didn't even type constructor here. And this one will say setters, getters. And anybody remember how we get the setters and getters?
You do the right click and then add code.
Yep. And we can just come down here to getters and setters, and we're going to want them all. There they are. I'm just going to highlight them all and move them over because I like indentation. So I'm just going to go over, I think 2's good. And then because I'm anal about this, I'm going to just move these down next to the, so they line up. You know, a lot of people, a lot of programmers don't do this. I just find it useful for me when I'm looking for something. And usually I'll go back at some point and even put in my dividers, especially if I'm writing a lot of code and replacing some of this code that is auto-generated, which happens a lot in my world.
I've seen arguments online about it because of like white space.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people argue between tabs and spaces as well.
Yeah, it's, you know, everybody has an opinion, right? What's the old saying? I'm not going to say it here, but opinions are like blank. Everybody has one. In there. So, yeah, so when you get in the real world, or even with Mr. or Dr. Alashimi, don't tell him that, well, Professor Peterson said we had to do it this way, you know. You do it, you know, you do it for the grade or the paycheck, you know. You do what they want. Unless you're running the company, right? So that's pretty good right there, okay? That's pretty good right there, I think. So those are all attributes that we can use now in our program. And I gotta find my other cheat sheet here. Got so many pages of junk, it's ridiculous. I write these things and I write them over again and then I write them over again. All right. So now I need, this is my parent, so I'm going to create a child class out of it. So I'm going to go back here. And again, it's a Java class. And we're going to hit next. And I'm just going to call this one Reynolds. Okay. So, and I don't think I should be able to just, there we go. So this will be Reynolds. And the purpose will be something like that is fine. Once again, I know we're going to need to input from this because as an example, I'm going to make you do that. Got that. Enter. And then tab. And now we need to come up with some things for our rental cars. And I'm going to just say private. And then int. And then start miles. And how about private int end miles. And private double cost per day. Private double cost per mile. And private Boolean insurance. Private Boolean or double insure cost if they opt for insurance. Oh, how about a private string renter name? And I think that's good. And let's go ahead and instantiate a scanner. Oh, maybe this is when I copied it and paste. That aggravates me that it didn't automatically pick this up. Control C, so if I do it like that, and I Control V that in. Oh, I already imported it, duh. Okay. That's silly. So I got that. So there's my attributes here that are added to these attributes here. So in reality, I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 things I can input or control attributes about my cars for Mrs. Krakenbush or Miss Krakenbush. So then we need a constructor here. And again, we're going to leave it pretty simple here. This will just be public rentals. And once again, we're right clicking again. It's funny. I went for a well, maybe NetBeans didn't have it back then, but a lot of time we used to have to, we had to type these in, and it's so much easier just doing this. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and oops. Ah, crap. What happened here? Hang on. Can I go back? What happens is I'm using my mouse on top of my keyboard or the bottom of my computer, and sometimes it gets to the point where, see, it's still, I didn't go far enough. There. I hit my mouse up on the numbers pad, and so I get all those zeros and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and indent those and then bring down our brace in each case. I don't know that I want to go back and look at these videos sometimes. I have better days some days than other days. You guys probably have noticed that.
I
But
think you're missing renter name.
Probably. Yeah, why didn't we get renter name? I probably chopped it, huh?
Probably. Who knows?
But watch this. I can just go do insert code, setters and getters, and renter. Oh, look, insurance cost and renter name. Pretty amazing. And just move those over and bring down our brace. All right. So there they are. I'm going to save that, or save everything here. And so now we have our constructors. We have two constructors. We have, I forgot, now I already forgot how many, 15 or whatever it is, attributes. And we can go back over to our Acme Rent-A-Wreck. And if I wanted to right now, I could create a rental. My rental, or my car one, let's make it is equal to a new rental. Oh, duh. Right here, we got a problem. We have to inherit, or you need that. Excuse me.
Bless you.
We need to extend vehicle over here so that we can see those. Okay. Now, oh, it's rentals. That'll help. And voila, should be able to run it. No mistakes. Okay. So now what's kind of cool here is I can do my car one dot and then say set manufacturer's name. And make it Ford. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, another step I missed. Let's go over to Reynolds. And we have to tell it that it can reach that. So we're going to type in here super. You have to have this in here. You have to have extends up here and super here. Now, if we go back to here, we should be okay, I think. Try it again there. Set. And then manufacturer's name. And should be able to type. Should be able to type Ford in here, I think, now. Without an error. Much better than my car one dot set. And then you can go manufacturer's model, for instance. And we'll just put a Mustang in there. And then down here, okay, sets mean that I'm putting a value in. Gets are
Returns.
things that are returned. You're
Yeah.
exactly right. So here we're going to say that it's my car one. Get manufacturer's name. And my car one get, and then we can get model here. And if we run it, you can see it prints out Ford Mustang. So it's doing that all the way. It goes right through rental and into vehicle. Okay. So we're pulling these attributes from the vehicle. Okay, let's see here. We got some other stuff. Okay. Find the right page for you guys. Okay, so let's do another one. We can do my car set mileage, I think, would be one we could try. But before we do that, where do we want to control that from? In other words, you know that if they type a letter in to put in the mileage, it's going to crash our program. So I can't just put in my car dot set mileage and hope that they don't type the letter A in or whatever, right? So I have to protect that. So we're going to go over here to Reynolds because that's where, which one did I want? Oh yeah, it's the mileage, start miles here. And instead of letting them import it over here, I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this down here because I don't really need it anymore because I got rid of the variable start miles here. So the only one I can refer to now is this start miles up here. Remember, those are two different variables. If I have that where it was, I'll put it back in for a minute. This variable and this variable are the same. This dot start miles is the one up here, okay? That's the one up there. So when I get rid of this, I don't no longer need the one here. Okay, so I can actually get rid of this here. All right. So now we're going to do like we normally do. We're going to say something like, something like that, simple as that. And underneath it, we're going to have while not con in as next int, something like that. And then we can just recopy this, paste it in here, make this re-enter, come down here, clear the buffer. And then here, we can just put, what did I call it? Start miles. So that should work. Okay. That's there, that's there. Okay, why am I getting an error here? Return insurance. That's scary. Get end miles. Okay, I'm missing a.
Where it says return insurance, it should be return and miles.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Let's just say end miles. But my start set end miles is missing.
Yeah.
So many typos, so little time. Let's see here. Let's go. Again, this is the neat thing here. I can just go there, I think. And then insert code. And then it's a setter. And miles. Why do I have a bunch of them that I can pick? Don't usually have this many problems here. But that's part of the game when you're programming. Gotta fix all the mistakes. So that should be okay now. Now let's go back and look at our save. So we should be able to come back over here now and just do this. My car one, and it'll be set start miles, just like that. I don't have to put a value in. And then this will be system out. Like that. So now I should be able to, comes up and let's just say it's 100. And you can see that it took it in. If I was to come here and type the letter A, it says, no, that's no good. If I type 1.1, it says, nope, that's not good. Whatever. You know, you can put a exclamation point, that's not good. I put 10,000 and it's fine. Okay, so now this one here, you can see that this one this one's input controlled in rental. Okay. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and trying to see one I can control from a different vehicle. Let's see, that's 4. I need page 5. Let's go to year built all the way over in vehicles or vehicle. And we'll go down to year built. And we're going to go ahead and whack this out of here because we're going to control it from here. And then we can get rid of this for now. All right. And we'll say Boolean is valid is equal to false. And we'll just put string year here for now. And we're going to put it in a do loop. And we'll give them a prompt here. Something to that effect. And then year. So we're taking con in as a string, I believe. And so there's a couple ways to do this. The reason I'm not taking it as an int is because then I got to change it into a string to count how many characters they're going to put in, things like that. But I could do, let's see, is that the best choice? So if I did an integer, I could check to make sure it's an integer. And then in a certain, maybe we'll change that. Let's see if we can change that. No, because then they'd be able to put, no, I think we're right. Okay, let's try it. Year built, we're going to change this to an int and try something. And then we'll change this to an int and return year built. Okay, and then set year. It's a void anyway. Need to turn off this numpad. Maybe I won't put extra stuff on. So if I do that, so now I can say here, I can do a while, not con in dot next int. Is that right? And then
You forgot has next. It's just
oh, I
next in.
sure did. Look at that. Look at you guys jumping right in there. That's good. Okay, so we got that, and then we can redo this. Change it to re-enter. And then year is con in next. That looks int. Oh, I need to clear that. Con in dot next. Then this should be next int. Okay, there is the int.
We have to change the thing above the string here.
Yep, got it. Voila. And then if year is less than 2000 and year is greater than 20, and then while so if I got that, so I don't need this Boolean anymore, I don't think. Don't need that anymore. I think we're okay. So now we can go back over, save, back over to Acme, and go ahead and add our my car one set year built. Come down here. Get year built. Okay, let's try it. Well, I'm missing a parentheses there. And okay, let me do that. Why? Okay, let's go back. Get year built. Set year built. Set year build is here. Didn't enter that. Wow. Next int, we did that. Why didn't it not stop me there?
Because it's and year. I had that as well.
Oh, okay.
I ran it
Four.
and I just swapped them.
Like that, right?
Well, when you
Or
also
what?
have to do the if statement, or else then it would pop up every time.
Oh,
Or-
yep. I'm sorry. Thank you, sir.
It's,
Let's try it now. And it's printing out a 0 though. Why is that? Get year built and get year built. So it returns year built. Year built. Why am I? Set year built. Year built. Anybody see it? So if I go here, I got my int year built. Come down here. That's outside. That's why I'm not getting that one. That fixes that. No, it doesn't. There needs to be an extra one there. That's it. That goes there. That goes there.
Do we have to do anything with the constructor in that class?
Shouldn't have to, because it's the parent.
oh, you forgot to assign year to year built at the end.
Oh, but that year should be.
Isn't that just the int year? Or just wait, are we?
Oh, you know what? Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Oh, yeah. Hello. So then down here, we need, I was thinking year was what we had up above, but it's year built.
Could we make it that?
We
Would that
could,
work?
yeah. You could, but you know, you're goofing around with it in here, so it's probably best to do something like that.
Okay.
And of course, that's gonna work there. It should anyway. Let's see if it. All these are that year. Okay. Now. Okay, so now if we do 10,000, 100, whatever. Now, if we do 1,000. doesn't work. I do 2019, boom, 2019. Yikes. That was kind of like I was. And so we'll put a divider in here now that we got something in here. And just make it void set year built. So that works really well. So now when we look at this one, we can go here. This one's input controlled in vehicles. Okay. So we got one controlled in there. We got one controlled in vehicles, and maybe the quasi carpenter wants to control one. So we can do that. We can come down here, type char trans or transmission, whatever. And I could put this in its own module if I wanted to, but I won't for now. I'll just put it in the main. And we'll just make it a do loop. And don't I have a con in here? Probably not. Nope. So I'll create our scanner there.
I think in your else statement, that's my cars and my cars.
What do I got? It's my car. Sorry. There we go. And then so we should be able to come down here. So now this one, so that should work, I think. And if I put an X in, it says, nope, you can't do that. Put an A in, boom. And there you go. So again, that's kind of crazy. It's like I can't decide who's going to be in control of what here. But I wanted to show you examples of how you can control your attribute values from all three different classes, right? Oh, and we're over our time. My only other comment here is that you need to go back, clean this up a little bit, and add 2 cars in, okay? And we'll call it good, okay?
Okay. Um, uh,
And you
just,
don't have to use all the attributes, just, make it reasonable though. Yes.
the last, what was it? The last few, uh, problems or whatever that we had to do. One of them said that the fan one said that we had to use 2 string. I couldn't
Oh,
see
which one said that?
it was the fan,
No.
and I didn't know if I could
Yeah,
use it because
you
it wasn't,
can.
well, I didn't know how to, because we didn't go over it, and I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, we're already over the. Don't worry about it for now.
Okay,
Remind me on Thursday right away, and we'll
okay,
do it on Thursday, okay?
okay,
And we'll add it to our program. That's a way to control the printing. What's going to print out?
okay.
All right. Good question, though, Sam. All right, guys, we're over time. Have a great couple days. I'll see you back on Thursday. Then you'll have a nice long break.
Yep. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Tori, don't worry either. I know I have some of your stuff to grade, I think.